Hello everyone and welcome to Germania. A long time ago I uploaded any videos because my team and I we stopped playing on Cedar SMP after we were banned by the server admins. This is the whole story of our crew, of our legacy and of our project of Germania. I'll give you a full walkthrough through our city. After we were banned, luckily we had a world download of our city, so we could put this world on our own server and finish building it, or at least try to, because at some point we just lost interest in this project and started a new one. And yeah, maybe I'll keep updates with newer projects, but nothing was as big and well organized as Germania, because we had just a lot of manpower and just willpower. So I don't actually remember where everything is or used to be. This is like the neighborhood of like the normal peasants and citizens of our city. Later on I will of course go to the bigger buildings, and our biggest project, the Volkshalle, is also going to be shown in all its beauty and majesty. But let's start small with these little houses in the neighborhood. In 2022 I started playing on ZedarSMP because I just saw a video on YouTube promoting the Earth SMP on Cedar, and I really like the idea of playing on a world map and conquering my homeland of Germany, or Germania as we used to call it here. Yeah, see, there's even a German flag here. That's really cool. I don't remember who used to build this house. I don't know. But let's take a look. Oh, it's empty. Yeah, so in 2022 I started playing Season 1 of Cedar Earth, and I don't remember the date I started, but it was well into the season, and there was big empires already, and I was just a single player, just, you know, enjoying myself, building a little castle that I also moved into this world because we didn't build it in Season 2, and this is the Season 2 world, but I had a schematic from the castle because I took one. But I built it myself, and so I entered it into this world as well. So to complete Gmania as good as I can. Oh, maybe there's stairs. Let's go up. And so I just played by myself, but I had some friends in Minecraft, or even real life, some of them, which I tried to get onto the server, and they joined it. But they didn't really like it, and they left. But at the same time, they were playing. I don't even know the name of the game, but they were playing a game where you basically conquer countries. You play some kind of country, and Hearts of Iron, is it that? I don't remember exactly, but it's a game where you just play a country that you pick, and then you go on war and try to conquer the world, basically. So I thought maybe this is how I get them, to play on this server, because basically what you can do here, And after some time, they actually joined, and just to name a few, or especially KubaaGHG, it was like my second hand and the most diligent guy that I ever knew in Minecraft. He would just spend hours and nights building giant structures, and he would pre-build things in creative and then make a schematic and build it on the server by hand. And he really helped me a lot building the city. And after some time in Season 1, we found out that basically what matters is economy, So we started building farms and farming cactus, and we got pretty rich, and we came in contact with CuddlyFluffy, who was the richest guy on the server back then, and coincidentally, he was a German as well. So it was really great to meet a German guy that could teach us a lot about Cedar economy and how he got as rich. And he was like not actively playing anymore at this point, but he was, he was telling us all his secrets on how he got that rich, and he really economy maxed his life on Cedar. So he was like just a genius when it comes to Cedar economy, and we learned all his secrets. I myself, I was like the city leader. Oh, just I upload this under the name of FreedsMC, and so is this account. Look at me, that's FreedsMC. But I used to play and be known on ZedarSMP as Jonathan Mies, which is like my first Minecraft account I ever created is called Jonathan Mies, after a German artist, painter. But at some point when I decided to make content on YouTube, and I wanted to have my own Minecraft account that is not inspired and named after a real person. So that's how I created. That's when I created FreedsMC. I never really played with this account. I only used it to keep the farms running and to upload the videos on YouTube. So this is my vanilla villa. On every server I ever played on, I built this villa, and I like it a lot. It's luxurious, but also you can build it in survival. You need about 2 shulkers of quartz. That's like the hardest thing to acquire. But besides that, it's pretty easy to build. When it comes to the materials you need, it's just not that hard to get them. Yeah, I'll just show you around and maybe say some things about the buildings once in a while, but basically I'm trying to tell the story of Germania and how we became as successful on Cedar SMP, how we got banned, and everything behind the scenes, basically, of our really successful empire. I don't think there was ever an empire more successful when it comes to money and also build size on this server. There was great builders before us and after us, but none of them in this scale. If you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments who might be a greater, might have built greater builds, or be more successful when it comes to economy. So yeah, I was at season 1 when my friends joined me and we became more successful and figured out the economy a little bit. But back then, we would still think that buying materials from the server shop was too expensive. So we were farming all the materials that we needed, and already in season 1 we built the Volkshalle. And in season 1 it took us about 4 weeks to build the Volkshalle, and there were 7 people involved. And we farmed most of the materials. We bought some, but most of them were just farmed by hand. Yeah, we didn't use X-ray because we of course we tried, but it didn't work on the server because they had a good anti-X-ray, and we tried also using baritone, but yeah, it was also nerfed so hard that it wouldn't make any sense, and so we would just use fortune pickaxe and just go for it, yeah, that's how we did that. So yeah, I don't make a big deal of it. Of course, we were all using Meteor client, or most of us, but the stuff that would really give us advantages didn't really work. So yeah, that's that. Maybe yeah, free cam is pretty helpful. Fly hack didn't work on Cedar. They did a great job at anti-cheating, and that's okay. That's just I guess it's about fairness, but yeah. So I think this is Kubaa's tower, where he had the XP farm, where we had yeah, this was like the public XP farm that people could use and make us rich, because of course we would catch the loot and sell the loot. There was collectors under all of these buildings, and this is my tower. For some reason, all the cacti went away. It's empty, but this is my tower. I built it myself, and some of the designs we took from schematics. We used schematics, and some of the designs we built ourselves. So back to season 1. Yeah. In season 1, we built like a neighborhood, like some smaller houses. Kubaa built a really big, I don't know, building. I don't know how to name it or how to call it. And we built the Volkshalle all together. And back then, because there's some questionable symbols inside of the Volkshalle, which is also taken from a schematic, to be honest. We didn't design it ourselves, but we built it by hand the first season and also in the second season. But in the second season, we bought the materials mostly from the server shop. Yeah. And yeah, there's these questionable symbols inside of the Volkshalle, and in first season we didn't erase them. We didn't do anything to disguise them or take them away or change them, and no one cared, you know. And of course, some people would call us names, or this is the stadium, the PvP arena. And it's not finished, I see. Okay. Yeah, so some people would, of course, call us Nazis or, you know, something like that, because we built the Volkshalle, but no one cared. The server didn't care. They didn't warn us or kick us or ban us. We could just play, have fun in season 1. And at some point, it was clear that the season will end. And because in the beginning we didn't know that there's seasons and that they will end, and then we found out about that, and we prepared for season 2, because we said, okay, there's in season 1 there was in Greece, I guess, I don't remember the name, but like on the map, on the Earth map in Greece, there was like a really nice build, like a giant village. Basically, they didn't have huge builds like these, but they had like beautiful details and endless stretches, endless villages and a castle and all of that. And I was really impressed by them. But they were already gone. The people didn't play on the server actively anymore. I just saw their city. I never met any of them or talked to them, but I really admired their builds, especially the lovely details they put in there. And besides that, there was, of course, Manchester Man with his Great Britain project. I don't know what its name, like, I don't know, England. It was just called England. And there was the UFN, also on the British island. And they were basically Manchester Man was an ally, but the UFN was our enemies. And there was also this weird guy called Stu Madness. I remember him because he was also German, and he was like, I don't know if he had some mental problems, but he was just weird, but also funny in a way. I think this is built by MeritedScarf. Also, shout out to MeritedScarf. He was a great builder as well and supported the community really well. And he also did the first edit on this YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know anything about these editing tools and stuff. I just record or just put some screenshots and stuff together. But he was doing a good job. Shout out to MeritedScarf. Thank you a lot for your support. Yeah, so we prepared for season 2. You know, we prepared, we made plans, and basically our plan was to not start building right away, but just to build cacti farms. So and some other farms, collect spawners. Yeah, collecting spawners was also really easy because you could use block ESP and then just fly over the ocean, and there was guardian spawners all over the place. And if you would not be stupid and just pick them like one after one, but just skip once in a while and fly random patterns in between, you would still be really efficient, but not fall, you know, not be recognized by anti-cheat. You know, if you would just fly in a straight line and pick all the spawners, they would somehow notice that. But if you would just fly around randomly a little bit and pick one here, pick one there, you'd be more efficient than without block ESP, but it was not suspicious enough to stop you or to kick you or ban you for it. Yeah, so that's how we got a lot of spawners, and you could either sell them on the auction house, or we could just use them for spawner farms, but later on spawner farms got nerfed. So the first thing we built in this Season 2 Germania city was a cacti farm, and I already, before I started recording, I looked for it because I wanted to show it to you, but it was removed and we built a house there. It just somewhere back there, I think it used to be somewhere back there. So that helped us, you know, generate a lot of cacti, not to sell them, but to build cacti farms, you know. So we were just farming sand, string, you know, we got found a spider spawner, and then we would just farm cacti, string, and sand in order to build massive cacti farms, you know. And I, of course, like, I was always responsible for the prosperity of the city in general. But Kuba was really, really ambitious about being the wealthiest guy on the server, like by far. So he really, 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 I don't know, he spent so much time building cacti farms and buying spawners. You know, he was trading stuff, buying, selling, you know, always making profit, had huge cacti farms, and so he quickly became one of the richest guys, and no one knew how he did it. And CuddlyFluffy was still giving advice, and also, you know, he was not actively playing, but he's a smart guy, and he would just try to figure out new ways to make money and just help us with his insights. And that was great help as well. Yeah, so that's how we had like a head start from the beginning on. And after we had enough money, we started buying materials and building. And we also had like a plan how to build. We mapped it out on the server map, and so we could be really efficient. You know, build the roads, build the properties for the peasants, for just regular people in the town. And so we had a core team. Let's talk about how we were structured when it comes to players. It was me leading the city, doing politics. It was KubaaGHG, who was like my my vice president, vice major, and he was more responsible for economy and also for building. And actually, a lot of real life friends of Kuba were also playing with us, and also his brother. And his brother was like a mischievous, funny guy that in season 1 he did a great job as a spy, and he was spying actually on Sioux Madness, and helped us infiltrate his his community, and also Kubaa's brother by the name of EmilEmilowy, or later on Kratos. He would find a farm. I think it was a pumpkin farm, but maybe something different. I don't remember exactly. He would find that farm that was owned by Madness, but it was not in a safe zone. It was like in the wilderness, so it could be griefed, and so we did, of course, and that started the conflict. Um, yeah, so I'm running around here now. We're getting to bigger builds. The Volkshalle is in my back, but let's wait. So this is a house that was designed by KubaaGHG, and he built it like so quick, and it's beautiful, and it's generally his build. He's a really creative guy. Used to be a builder. Used to have builder rank on Cedar as well. I think that was still in season 1. But that takes a lot of time, you know, being a builder for a server. So why would you do that? I mean, you'd rather invest your building skills in your own city, I guess. Yeah. And this house here was built by JohnKeu, also like a really smart guy. He was, or he still is a smart guy, and he was really smart about modding Minecraft and all these things. And he also did some really nice builds. Yeah, but he was not so invested, but he also like played a lot and helped us a lot. I think he also built this skyscraper in the back, and also this beautiful Japanese or Korean house. I don't know, Asian. Let's say it's an Asian house. Yeah, and we had, like I said, a couple of friends of KubaaGHG that would also play on the server. Just to name a few, with BlunderGHG, Valinator, Kaiser Antonius, of course. Like also really, especially in season 1, he was helping a lot, also with the Volkshalle, but also in season 2, he was a good good worker, or yeah, a really good teammate, and also JohnKeu in both seasons, great teammate. And yeah, sometimes where there was bigger builds, we would all work together, and besides that, there was also some competition, of course, who's the richest, or who's the richest after Kubaa, of course, and who's the richest in the city, and so on. And besides that, we had some server friends that we made over the time, like MeritedScarf, for example, who is from Switzerland, so he could also speak German. And yeah, he was, like I said, good at editing, and also a really great builder. He didn't have too much output, but whatever he built was beautiful. So yeah, shout out to MeritedScarf again. And there was also HawaiiFrosch. He would ghost us occasionally, but when he was there, he would build great stuff and also be a great builder. He built, I think he built the first beautiful skyscraper. Before he built a skyscraper, all the cacti farms were just without a facade. And yeah, that's that. Yeah, so how did we do all of this? How did our farms use way more cactus than farms of the other guys? And the secret is, I used something called AFK client. Is it that? AFK console client. That's the name of the software. And it's basically a Minecraft client that can run multiple accounts without any graphical gameplay. You know, you just have the chat window, and you have yeah, options to skip lobbies and stuff like that, but it does just put the characters online. So if you set a home, at a certain spot where you want to have the AFK accounts, where you want to have the bots, then if you just enter skip lobby, use the command to get to his position, and just stand there all day long. And I actually bought a little PC, a Fuji from Fuji. I don't remember the name. I could look it up later on. I'll put it in the video. And it's a small little computer that only uses like 18 watts of power, but still it's powerful enough to, you know, I use it nowadays. I use it for watching TV and all that. It's basically my smart TV. I have a big screen, but no smart TV. So I use this little computer nowadays to watch movies or just browse the internet on my big screen, on my television screen. And that's really helpful, you know. So I bought this little computer and installed the AFK console client, and at this point I had two second accounts. Like I had my main account, Jonathan Mies, at the time. I had this account I'm playing with, and I had another account that was called Brigitte Mese, which is Jonathan Mies' mother in real life. So yeah, so I had 3 accounts. Kuba, I think, also had 3 accounts, and some other people. And since Cedar supported Bedrock accounts as well, and also mobile accounts, we would have even more accounts. Like, I don't know, many. And some of the other guys would also trust me with their passwords and stuff. So I had up to 10 accounts, something around that, that were constantly online, and basically they would cover most of the city. Yeah, so most of the chunks were loaded all the time, and I used a software that's called SplashTop, and that basically allows you to remote control your computer from your mobile phone. So I had this SplashTop software running on my computer stream, and I used the SplashTop app on my phone, so I could control the computer from anywhere, you know, from any place where I have mobile data. So that's basically everywhere. So whenever the server restarted or one of the accounts disconnected for whatever reason, I would be told by some of the guys, or would notice it myself, and just put them back online from my mobile phone. So that was a setup that really helped us generate a lot of wealth, because our farms were running 24/7, and that was a big deal. So look at this beautiful building. It's also designed and built by KubaaGHG. Isn't it great? Yeah, I'm using FreeCam right now. It's not a secret. So let's go back. And back there, this building was also designed and built by KubaaGHG, and it was not in a one night, but most of it he built over a night. So the next morning I came online, I saw a lot of this being built, and it was just crazy. So yeah, I'm not making the secret out of us using, like, I don't know if it was illegal what we did with the bots or with the, you know, with the AFK accounts. I don't know if that was prohibited by Cedar. I would, like, from what I know, it was basically a gray area. Yeah, we would use this method, make a lot of money, buy materials, and just build the city. And there was a lot more problems, and also, yeah, there were a lot of people who were maybe jealous, or maybe they were left-wing people. I don't know what motivated them, but basically they would try to get us cancelled, get us banned, to sabotage us. And of course, I mean, there's competition on the server. There's other nations, other cities, and I mean that's also what made it fun to play this server, because without competition it would get boring, and at some point it did. But we would still keep going, and just for the sake of building the greatest city on the server. Yeah, I think we did a good job at this. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. Yeah, some of this was not built online when we were still able to play on Cedar, like this Colosseum back there. And I think also this was later on built on the private server where we uploaded the world download. I think this was built on the server. This was also built on the server. This as well. I think the cathedral as well. Back there, this is a house that I built on Griefer Games, which is a German Minecraft server, a city build. And I took a schematic from it and also put it here, just to have like yeah, souvenir of the good old times on Griefer Games. Yeah, I had a shop on Griefer Games. Like, go downstairs and this is my shop where you could buy all the materials. Yeah, all the plants, whatever you need. Yeah. Up here, there's, I think, redstone. Yeah, there's redstone. Yeah. So why did you get banned? And how did it all start? There was jealous people. I'll just call them jealous. I don't know if that is their motivation, but basically, why do they care? Why do they not try to build a bigger and greater city? Why do they spend their time trying to, find out that we are like bad guys? Because, like, when it comes to politics, maybe let's talk about that later. But yeah, so of course the Volkshalle, in case you don't know, where is it? It's over there. The Volkshalle is a building that was never built in real life, but it was planned by the Nazis. The Nazis in Germany, they wanted to build like a world capital after they tried to claim the world and wanted to build a world capital, and they wanted to call it Germania. And they wanted to build like a ridiculously tall building, which is the Volkshalle. Like the People's Hall. And as you can see up there, let's use FreeCam. As you can see up there, we would use the German Reichsflagge, like the imperial flag of the German Empire. We would use that flag. And this flag is not illegal. It is not associated with the Nazis necessarily, because the Nazis, they had like a red flag with a white circle and a certain kind of cross on it, And before the Nazis, there was, kings and emperors and all that. And maybe we don't need that these days, but back then it was just normal to have a king. And a lot of good stuff came from the German Empire. So why not use this flag? It's not Nazi stuff, in my opinion. So we use this flag, because we like, the German, classical music, and it's all the time. Just like Germany produced great things with the German Empire. So yeah, we use the Iron Cross. I mean, the Iron Cross is still used today by the German military. It's not a Nazi symbol. And yeah, but the Volkshalle, that's something different. I get how people might think that our team was consisting of Nazis. We were all Nazis. Maybe we were. No, we were not. None of us was. I guess some of us would be German patriots. Some of us would be conservative. Others would just be edgelords. They just wanted to do something edgy. But and we didn't make any kind of political statements on the server. We didn't, glorify National Socialism or whatever the Nazis did back then, we didn't do or say anything about that. Yeah. This eagle is also just a symbol, you know, and I mean in Minecraft it's not really, it's barely recognizable. And a big problem was up here, these things used to be swastikas. In Season 1, we built them just as they are. They were swastikas in Season 1. No one cared. In Season 2, as you can see, we changed them up, not really in order, just randomly. And they found one swastika somewhere. And they found a black sun up there. It was part of the schematic. We didn't, we just built it like it is supposed to be. Because this is also, you can also look at this as part of history, It's just, if you want to learn about German history, why not look at the Volkshalle and look what the Nazis tried to build or planned to build. It's interesting. Oh yeah, this is, this looks like a swastika a little bit. So yeah, or this as well. But yeah, shit happens. I mean, it's just a symbol. I don't believe in voodoo. I don't believe that this is evil or, it's just a symbol and it's basically just a light. Yeah. So I think what's really evil is being evil, acting out evil, doing evil stuff, being ideological, and doing going on war with other countries for no reason. That's evil. But a symbol or a gesture can never be evil. I mean, it's just a symbol. I don't believe in voodoo that there's evil symbols, And anyway, so our enemies would come here after we built the Volkshalle and look for suspicious stuff like these swastikas. And of course they found them, and then they tried to get us banned, and some of us were banned, and then we appealed, and they were unbanned, and it was a back and forth, and but it was not too bad, We were unbanned at some point, and we kept going. We kept building our city, and we had a lot of fans as well. A lot of people admired us. A lot of people wanted signed items from me or from Kuba, and a lot of people wanted to join our city and help us in any way they can and contribute. And so I don't see the problem after all, And at some point, we all got banned more or less the same day, or maybe even the same day, yeah. So all of us got banned except for one guy because he was not playing for a long time, so he was not associated with us. And that was EmilEmilowy, aka Kratos, and he at some point he lost interest in this game or in the server. He did other things, played Fortnite, and oh, this is HawaiiFrosch skyscraper. Yeah, so Emil was the only one not banned, so he could still get on a server and do some communication for us and take care of certain things. But we were all banned. Kuba was banned, I was banned, BlunderGHG was banned, Kaiser Antonius was banned, JohnKeu was banned, Valinator was banned. I don't know about HawaiiFrosch, but I think even him, even he got banned. And yeah, what happened? Why did we get banned? And we appealed again, of course. We tried to appeal because there was no obvious reason. We didn't change anything, and we were using the AFK client for so long. No one asked questions, why no one kicked us, no one tried to stop us from doing it, and at some point, would that be the reason? I don't know. So we appealed and asked for reasons, and here's when it gets interesting, because they gave us reasons, but it was not true. Like, one of the things they told us, and I mean, it's also really weird because, so here's the thing. They told us that BlunderGHG and I would play from the same IP address, and that would not be allowed, and that's why they kicked us or banned us. But first of all, Blunder was one of the few guys who didn't give me his account data. So I did not, never ever, have his account on my AFK client. Yeah. So, and even on the AFK client, I use proxies. So none of the accounts would have the same IP address. So it was obviously a lie. You know, ZedarSMP admins were lying because, yeah, until I admitted everything that we did here. I mean, why would I lie? The season's over. I don't play on Cedar anymore. I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care. But they lied to us. They told us, yeah, BlunderGHG and Jonathan Mees, they play from the same IP address. But that's obviously a lie. We didn't do that. And I don't know if I cannot really prove it, you know, but why would I lie? Yeah, so we didn't do that. And all the other accounts that we had on the AFK client were not even mentioned. And so I asked why all of us were banned, not just Blunder and me. And then they told us that, well, we found out that you used automated building. Yeah, so I mean, yes, there is ways to automated build automatedly using baritone. But actually, I tried it and it didn't work so well. Like, I tried it before in other servers and it didn't work at all. And everything we built here, I mean, we use schematics, but we would place everything by hand. And from what I know, using schematics was not forbidden on ZedarSMP. And that's also not what they said. You know, they didn't say you're banned for using schematics. They said you're banned for building using some kind of hack client or you know, like automated building with bots. And we didn't do that. None of us did, because, like, to be honest, we didn't know how to. I guess we would have done that if we figured out how to do it efficiently, but it didn't work well. And of course, you also have to get the materials to the bot and all that. And it's just, if you're good at building, if you enjoy building, which we did, there's no reason to you know, use automation at this point. I mean, we automated the FK accounts. We automated our economy, basically. We had so much passive income because we didn't have to do anything for that after we built the cacti farms. And I think the server admins were really, really pissed that Kuba got so rich, because they nerfed a lot of things. They nerfed spawners. And I think they also nerfed cacti farms a little bit, but not too much. But anyhow, Kuba always found new ways to utilize Minecraft mechanics or Cedar server mechanics, because of course they were a little different, since there were items like the collectors and spawners that you could mine by using Silk Touch pickaxe. So they would just nerf, and he would just find a new way, because I think they nerfed Guardian spawners, and then Kuba just got other spawners that were not nerfed yet and used these, and then they nerfed these spawners, and then he found out, or I think actually Cuddly found out, that you can get mushroom spawners and then spawn mushrooms, and then harvest the shrooms with automated scissors, like with yeah, like redstone scissoring mechanisms that would just harvest the mushrooms, and the mushrooms would just give you a lot of money. And I think that was the last way they made so much money. So there was always new methods, and Kuba was so rich that he could have crashed the economy like single-handedly, but he didn't. We wanted a value to exist. You know, we didn't want to crash the server. We wanted to have a stable economy. So he did. Of course, he gave some money away. Of course, he bought some ridiculous stuff for a lot of money. But he didn't give away too much of his wealth. Actually, he had to spread because at some point they capped the amount of money you can have. I think it was 2 billion. And so Kuba, after he reached $2 billion on Cedar SMP, he had to use his second account and his old accounts to keep all his money, or to keep producing money, because when the account was full, when the bank account was full, there would not be any more income. It was just capped at this point. So he gave me a lot of money. He gave a lot of money to other guys in the city, but we would all retain most of that money, so the economy didn't crash. But my suspicion is that the server admins really didn't like us having so much money, because we were just too powerful. And I believe, in my opinion, that this is the reason we got banned. Anything else didn't really add up. And yeah, so I don't know how this ended. And well, in season 3 we tried to start again, but yeah, we were not motivated enough. And of course we would think, like, what's the point if you can get banned at any time? We invested in ranks. We put real money in there, to buy collectors. We put money in there to buy ranks. And I mean, if they would have banned us, telling us, yeah, because of political statements or because of the swastikas, I think it wouldn't. I mean, at least it would be a reason that I can comprehend. I don't think that should happen, but I could understand that they do it. Because yeah, that's how the world works these days. And I would also understand if they would somehow find out that I use this AFK client, or if they just would say, well, you cannot be online 24/7, that's impossible, stop that, and then kick us or kick our accounts, or ban us for that reason. But they made it up. They just invented something, and told us lies. And that was devastating, because if you cannot trust people that run a server, and they take your money, they earn money with that, and they're not trustable. So at this point we also lost motivation to play on Cedar SMP. Yeah. And after that we tried some different servers, and but a lot of us had like also some real life challenges, and excuse me, had some real life challenges, so there was less time and motivation to play Minecraft, and that's how it ended. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in contact with some of the guys, and I hope they will enjoy watching this video, and remember the good old times here on Germania, on Cedar SMP. And I hope maybe even some guys that's still playing on Cedar watch this and be inspired to build a great city. I mean, I wouldn't be bothered if someone builds a greater city than this one. I would actually, congratulate them. I mean, I just enjoy great builds. I'm not jealous. Yeah. So I think I walked you through most of the city, maybe even everything. Back there's like a production facility, some kind of I don't know what they, but it's beautiful. That's built by JohnKeu. Yeah. This, oh, I don't remember. There was two guys playing for us or with us in this town, but they were only there for a few weeks. But they built this military base, which is really cool. One of them was named Enjoy Gamer, and the other one was his friend, but I don't remember the friend's name. Yeah, shout out to these guys as well. Thank you for your service. And yeah, this is the yeah industrial facility built by JohnKeu. Look at this. I mean, that's just great. Yeah, looks awesome. Also built by hand. No automation. Yeah. And it's possible, guys. I mean, if you think, oh, this is impossible, build this by hand, and you have to remember, it's not really survival Minecraft. We had like unlimited resources and great tools and everything. You know, Swift Sneak makes things easier and faster, and just build. I mean, we were grinding a lot, like after work, after school, all weekend long. You know, especially in winter time. What else are you gonna do? You know, this is a great project. It taught me a lot about politics and social engineering and diplomacy and all these things, because basically I was leading a nation. You know, we had like so many people living in the city, and even the little, like the peasants, I would call them, you know, the peasants that would not participate besides building their own home. Even they had to be managed and inspired, and yeah, I also try to show, you know, gratefulness towards them, because uh, they all somehow helped this city being created. Yeah, it's HawaiiFrosch. Yeah, look at this build. Also built by hand. He designed it himself. Isn't that great? Beautiful. And oh, let's. This he has like a really nice. This is a cactus farm as well, but he also has a nice loft up there. Let's go up there using FreeCam because I'm too lazy to fly. Where is it? Really on top, or no? It's further down. Let's go. Oh, it's empty as well. I don't know. Something might have went wrong. Okay, there's his dash. Oh, here's his apartment. Yeah. Look at this. Like, HawaiiFrosch was really able to make things look so cozy and beautiful. I don't know. Sorry for this. Is it just that small? I remember it being bigger, but oh, there's the office. Yeah. So in the future, I don't know about this YouTube channel. I don't want to make any promises, but if you don't mind, just subscribe. It would be great to have some more videos in the future, but I'm still trying to figure out what to do next. And yeah, like the team that was together for Germania, we like people, you know, grow up, have stuff to do. I just became a father. You know, my wife gave birth to our son, our first kid. So that's also taking a lot of time and attention. And of course, it's somehow more important than Minecraft. And the other guys, yeah, some of them are younger, and I'm older, but they all have stuff to do, and more important stuff than Minecraft. I would say luckily, after all. I mean, I love this game. I still do. It's beautiful, and I'm really grateful for the time I could play this game and meet friends and make connections, and some of them Minecraft friendships turn out to be real life friendships. Yeah, shout out to KubaaGHG and EmilEmilowy. Yeah. It was a blast. It was a great time, and I never want to miss it. So let's walk like the last few streets, and then I'll land the plane. Get this. This is a house from Kaiser Antonius from season 1. We also took schematics. Like before season 1 ended, we took schematics from all the houses, so we could rebuild them in season 2. And oh, I don't remember this house. It looks beautiful. Very nice. Oh, I remember. I built this actually. I built this for EmilEmilowy. Okay, yeah. That's like that's the signature of EmilEmilowy. He was like a little maniac, you know, blowing things up. So it was good to have him as a spy, because then he could use all his destructive power to spy on other nations and not destroy our own community. Yeah, I mean, back there's like a shopping mall, but that's also just added later on when we add this map on our private server. Yeah, let's go into the shopping mall and land the plane. Yeah, so if you guys still play on ZedarSMP, yeah, enjoy it, but maybe not build any swastikas, maybe don't use any bots. And if you do, don't be surprised if they invent lies to get you banned, instead of telling you what you actually did wrong. Oh, yeah, shopping mall, beautiful build as well. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the insights into the rise and fall of Germania. I'm sorry, I just broke my fingers a few days ago, and so I have like a big cast on my hand, and sometimes I hit the escape button. Yeah, so yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. There might be more videos coming up from a different server. I'm really looking into anarchy servers lately. I kind of like the toxic vibe of anarchy servers. I like the ability to cheat on these servers, because it just saves me time. You know, as I said, I don't have so much time to play Minecraft anymore. So if you want to accomplish great builds, you need periods and all that. So it's great to be able to automate some of the processes that are necessary to build, and like farming and so on, you know. And also Baritone is really great at excavating big areas, you know, clear big areas or clear chunks. And I'm looking into anarchy servers. Yeah, maybe there will be more coming. Stay tuned. If you don't mind, just subscribe and hit the like button. Good night, everyone. This is Gmania. This is what this used to be on Cedar SMP. Look at this great build. Like, I'm really proud of that. Looks beautiful now at night. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good time.